Hello everyone, this is Vessel for the Fellowship of Acoustics. Welcome to this week's new arrivals. Today we're going to do things a bit differently. We're going to be picking some of the guitars here, as usual. Then we're going to bring them downstairs and show them in the shop. So we're not going to be opening cases here. It's going to be very difficult, I think. But let's try and give it a look, give it a go. The winner by large last week was the D1A traditional. Amazing guitar, very well balanced sound and immaculate condition. So yeah, understandable that it's a win. So yeah, let's just have a quick look what we all have. We're gonna take them out and then we're gonna show them later on. So all of these I want to show as I promised. So we got a 470, we got an I-35, we got an I-35 and a DS2A. So put them right here. So I can start the workout very soon. I think this is a signature that most of you all know. That's a guitar we have to take. One more Collings, a used one. I'm definitely gonna take it, mostly because of the case. In fact, there's two more, which is this one. It's got another signature that most of you all will know. And a bit of a wild card here. Yeah, I'm just going to show cases now because I don't have anything to show here. Let's see if there's anything else I want to check out. Yes, while we're at it, tiny guitar. Okay, let's go down. So here we are in the Sur corner, surrounded by the Surs. So just a quick reminder, we have the cashback campaign going on until the end of August. But yeah, back to the guitars right now. We have them all here. It's 8 guitars and one tiny guitar, one little mandolin. So we're just going to start opening the cases. I'm going to pick them as we go and then put the demo right in there and we'll see. We'll see what you think. Okay, so we're starting off with an I-35 LC in faded cherry finish. And this one is very faded, in fact. I noticed that when I saw this guitar for the first time. We have had a couple of these. They fly out the door. Why? Because they're amazing guitars. I think most of the people know Collings, the building quality of Collings, the sound quality, the playability of them. It's just, they are at a very high level. It has a modern feel to it, a modern sound to it, but still has all the vintage appointments, and also a little bit of that vintage feel that you're going for. This one, it's not as cherry as you'd expect, but it's quite faded, so it's a bit pale, for lack of a better word. Obviously, this one also has the weather checking, the throwback pickups, beautiful knobs as well. Might deserve a little highlight there. Yeah, so ready to be played. As you know by now, we have a couple of Collingses, but not to all do them in a row. Let's switch it up a little bit. We have a beautiful case over here with a beautiful signature, the one of Eric Clapton. This one is a brand new guitar, came straight out of Pennsylvania. This is the TFOA 42 Eric Clapton anniversary model, the 30th anniversary model to be specific. Yeah. Take a second there. What a beautiful guitar. It's light as a feather. So I think everyone has played a TFOA 28 EC in their life at one point. If you haven't, swing by the store. We have a couple of them in stock usually, but this one is something special. You don't see this around too often. So this is the 42 style, which means it obviously has the appointments, the abalone purfling around the top, around the rosette. It's paired with a beautiful set of Indian rosewood back and sides, but it has a bit of a Madagascar-esque kind of look. If it's good enough for Eric Clapton, it's probably good enough for you as well. Very nicely balanced guitar due to the shorter scale. This is going to be my first pick, because I think it's a beautiful guitar. what a surprise, we have another Collings. This one, I'm gonna open the latches, but I'm gonna highlight the case. Because actually, the reason why I picked this one is because of the case. This one is a D1 traditional from 2016. When Collings Guitars first introduced the traditional series, they built hand-built cases for them. They built that in the factory because back in the 30s, back in the 40s, the golden era of guitars, they all have like a custom fit case for the guitars, we all know them, and they weren't produced anymore. So the first couple of years they started making these very labor-intensive job, very expensive as well. Unfortunately, most of the guitars, most of the used D1s that we get in, they have an old, newer style case, so they don't come with the original case anymore. People just cherry pick them. When they sell their guitar, they keep the case. So I love it when I see one of these. It's completely wooden case, built by hand, and yeah, fits perfectly. Okay, there's probably enough nerding about a case, but let's continue on to the guitar. So this is a guitar that we actually sell in consignments. We couldn't resist not offering this for a consignment. It's a 2016, like I said. It's been played properly. It has some wear. It's probably a bluegrass pickers guitar. And a couple of things I want to highlight is this one does not have the Adirondack top. Adirondack is often regarded as a better tone wood, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a better tone wood. Some people prefer the Sitka spruce top because it's a bit more mellow, not as bassy. Could make for a bit more of a balance in the guitar. This one does have a very nice and tight grain. I love the bridge pins that they have. Very, very nice guitar. Obviously for a fraction of the price at only 7,000 euros. So definitely one to check out. I'm not gonna pick it because we already picked a couple of Collingses last week, which was the winner. But honorable mention. An honorable mention for the case as well. While we're on the Collings terminology, let's continue to another Collings. This one is the 470 JL in antique blonde. So obviously Julian Lage has made a big name for himself as a player, but he knows a lot about guitars too. Obviously there's the OM1 signature, the Julian Lage by Collings, which features that 1930s Martin neck. But this is a guitar that really has made some waves in the guitar industry. So it's very difficult to get our hands on these. You see them a bit more often now, but usually they fly out the door as well. So that's why I wanted to take it along. There's a black one, a sunburst one, and this antique blonde one. So in the search for the perfect pickup, Collings, together with Julian Lage, had a conversation with Ron Ellis, and they came up with this Ellis Sonic pickups, which is a bit of a blend, looking for a pickup that has taily twang, the warmth and clarity of a P90, hints of a Dynasonic as well. This pickup got developed together with Julian Lage and Ron Ellis, especially for this guitar. So it has a lot of clarity, warmth, clear note separation. I think that's mainly the reason why this guitar is so loved amongst players. And of course, it is, again, this craftsmanship that you can expect from Collings guitars. You can see a lot of table with this one, because we have here a 1924 Gibson A4. So the 1924, obviously this is the Lohr era of Gibson. Lloyd Lohr obviously is one of these remarkable names, one of these innovators at Gibson that has innovated many guitars. He obviously introduced the F-style mandolin. These mandolins, they value hundreds of thousands of dollars. This one not so much. It is the A-style, much more simple, but it was the top of the line mandolin at the time. And you can tell it's got the snakehead design headstock, which is introduced in 1923. It's got a beautiful fleur-de-lis inlay on the top. Obviously it says the Gibson, which I think is very stylish. It has the oval hole. I think we will do some digging on that obviously, but it looks completely to be completely original, with the original tailpiece, also sporting the Gibson letters. Seems to be the entirely original bridge as well, ebony bridge. At the very bottom you can see patent January 1821. The frets even seem to be original or original replacements, and very importantly, the pick guards as well. The pick guard as well seems to be completely original. It's got a maple back and sides with a spruce top. Yeah, this is gonna be my pick. Second pick, I think. Second pick. In the preview, you've already seen the signature on the case, so I think most of you all know what's coming, but we have a SJ200 Johnny Cash signature. So, it's a bit of a sight for the traditionalists. Obviously, the Johnny Cash has a bit of a unique design. It's got a very, very present cherry sunburst and even more present pickguard on it. Yeah, makes it very iconic. Like I said, for many traditionalists, it's not something. It's something that might be a little bit difficult to digest. I know how hard it can be, and admire the guitar for a second. Obviously, we have the Johnny Cash inlay on the headstock, if it wasn't clear already. The back and sides feature beautiful silverly flamed maple, and the neck as well has got the three-piece neck with the walnut strip. And which I really like that they've done is the stinger over here. Obviously, here it sports the Gibson Custom Shop logo as well. So yeah, very, very cool guitar. It's got the mustache bridge, rosewood fretboard, rosewood bridge. It also comes in a very, very beautiful case. Since they were highlighting cases here, this one has got the Lifton case, which sports the badge over here. Very solid cases, so also, now that we're mentioning cases, definitely want to mention. Mauro, this might actually be the very first vintage guitar of the show. That's unique. I mean, we said we're gonna spice things up a little bit or make it different. I love it when these come through the shop. This is a Guild D40 from 1964, with, of course, a case that isn't doing as it should anymore, except for protecting the guitar. So, what can we say about this guitar? It has come through our shop. It's had a bit of a life. It's definitely been played, but it's in a very healthy condition at the moment. It's basically a square shoulder dreadnought with mahogany back and sides and a spruce top. It's got the rosewood bridge. Yeah, original pickguard, original bridge. The saddle on it is a little bit low. We have done a setup, so it plays perfectly. We've taken it through the shop, so it's ready for many years of playing. In the future, it will probably require a neck reset, but as for now, it's not necessary at all. It plays really good, has all the right wear that you like, very characteristic guitar, and I think these old 1960s Guilds, they're very much underappreciated. Because in fact they're very well sounding. So if you have the chance, come by, take a look at this one and play it. And like I said, I think these are very underappreciated, these Guilds from the 60s. And everyone loves an underdog. So I'm gonna highlight this as the third pick for today. Alright, so on to the last one, and since we already made it a bit of a Collings episode, we're gonna just end with a Collings. Not just any, this one is a DS2A Hill Country. So the DS obviously stands for the 12 fret body construction, the A obviously stands for the Adirondack top, and the Hill Country obviously stands for the new series that they're making. Yeah, so I think we mentioned it once before. Collings has a bit of a modern approach in playing. It sounds somewhat bright, has a obviously amazing sounding, but to some players with that really love a vintage tone, it could sound a bit too modern. And for that reason, they've introduced the Hill Country series, amongst other reasons, that has a bit more of a vintage approach. So what are we looking at? We're looking at quite a thick neck. And also the bracing is altered. They have the logo not on the top, but only on the back, stamped, which is very nice. So these guitars, they sound way more warm, way more vintage than most Collings. So this gives a bit more of a spice to the Collings kitchen, next to obviously the standard series, the traditional series, and now also the Hill Country series. So what I really like about these Hill Countries, I once jokingly said they can get rid of the serial number system on these. Why? Because they make all the resin for the pickguards in-house. So all of these, they're handmade, and for that reason they're very unique. So I really like that. It also comes back on the heel cap very subtly. Yeah, and other features, Adirondack top, like we already mentioned, very evenly grained top there. The vintage style saddle, ebony pins. Yeah, the 12 fret construction, what that does is obviously Indian rosewood has a very scooped sound, and this 12 fret construction makes it a bit more MIDI. So overall you have a bit of a different balance, and yeah, makes it a very nice guitar. I want to hear this one, so it's going to be my fourth pick. I'm curious what you think of this one. Alright, so that's that for today's episode. I'm very curious what you think of this new setup. So yeah, it's obviously a bit different. We thought we want to highlight the store because it's a beautiful store as well. If you're close by, swing by. If you don't have any plans, on the 19th of September, we are going to host our 25th anniversary, full festival style. We got super amazing musicians, worth checking out. But on top of that, we have a lot of luthiers coming. We have a little guitar market upstairs. Store will be open, so there's a lot to see. We still have the Sur campaign until the end of August. And besides that, we also have the Little Martin campaign as well. So you can get a free Martin with all the new US built Martin guitars. So yeah, that's it. That's a wrap, guys. Thanks. Let us know what you think is the best one for you. And of course, like, share, and everything. So see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye. For those of you still hanging in there, get a little highlight of Bill. Obviously, haven't highlighted him yet, but thanks for hanging in. See you next week. Oh.